What's up, guys? Just a week ago I fixed a spongy clutch issue that felt like I really had air inside of my slave cylinder, or causing a problem where there would be air inside my line. I wanted to fix it, and I didn't want to pay a bunch of money to get it fixed, so I took it upon myself to do some research, and I found out that a lot of times there's not really a leak. So I went ahead and I checked my .3 brake fluid oil, or brake fluid, sorry, and it was a little dark, but I could tell there wasn't any major black shavings where there would be corrosion or anything like that. So I basically went inside my car and I pumped the brakes a couple times to try and get some of the air out of the line, and I put the cap back on. I didn't think that was going to work at all. I really thought that there was a problem with the slave cylinder leaking air into the line, because this problem had been pretty prominent for the last year and a half or so, and I didn't think that I could fix it. So another thing after I put the cap back on my fluid was I took off my throttle body cover. It's very simple on my Cobalt SS. I just take off the oil panel and remove the cover itself, undo a couple bolts or whatnot. Sure, it was pretty easy. I didn't really think anything of it. The throttle body itself seemed a little bit dirty, but not bad. So I went ahead and took some throttle body spray that I picked up at the store for about $7 and sprayed it inside of the throttle body. I also noticed that there was a little bit of air restriction from my intake, and it's a stock intake on my '07 Cobalt, not a cold air intake, so it's very small. And what I had was just pretty bad crease or fold in my hose, and I didn't know how that happened, so I fixed that, and so I could have more of an open intake. So I did those couple things, and I also cleaned out, there's like a small hose, I forget what it's called, but it connects to your actual engine. There's like a little metal hose, a little metal port with a hose going to it, and you have to connect that. I cleaned that out really well, and there was actually a lot of gunk inside the throttle body cover itself. So I reached my hand inside there and took like my fingernail and just scraped out most of the gunk outside there. I made sure I had a really good solid connection with the hose in the metal port itself that hooks up to, so there would be no leaks or anything like that. I put the throttle body back on, started the car up, and when you started the car back up after taking or doing any work on your throttle body, for some reason it almost stalls the car, but then it goes back to normal. So I'm sitting there with the car at idle, and I notice something. My clutch feels normal. It engages and disengages without any spongy feeling, very smooth and whatnot. And then I notice as well that my shifter knob was really loose and really free. So I was like, wow, this is actually how it's supposed to be. After driving a year and a half with a spongy clutch, finally I could tell what it was supposed to be like to have a very loose feeling shifting. You know, before, when I was driving with a spongy clutch, I could hardly shift it into gear. There was no grinding or anything like that, but I could tell that the clutch wasn't doing a proper job of opening up the whatever you want to call it, the shifter. And so now my car is back to normal, and I have no clue what exactly did it. Go ahead and leave your comment. What do you guys think? Do you think it was me pumping the brakes without the fluid lid on, replacing that, or do you think it was something with the throttle body, me spraying the throttle body cleaner in there, or fixing the air intake hose? Leave a comment or like this video if you want, and stay posted for new videos I'm going to be making every day on stuff with my Cobalt SS or driving manual, and just some simple tutorials and discussions. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.